Hi, this is our group business analytics project. Welcome to our presentation. Our members include Cheng Peng, Haoyang Zhao, Nan Zhao, Lin Tao, Zhu, and Xinpei Li. Uh, let's go to the first question, like what is Netflix and its background? Netflix is a company founded in 1997 by Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings. It is an online streaming application and service that enables users to view various award-winning movies, documentaries, and TV shows. Uh, it has increasingly high market share in recent years. It has 99 million subscribers only back to 2017, but in 2018 it already has like 127 million subscribers. Right now they have 158 million subscribers. It has a leading position in the market. Netflix aims at providing unique video content to make its customers to have a unique experience of movies and TV shows. Netflix has also developed its service provision methods. Many customers prefer watching videos on their smartphones and tablet computers, and Netflix spends efforts providing the best technical features for their audience. At the same time, Netflix has created an alternative content, and its content has the potential to be popular among the audience. While the quality of the videos, TV shows, and movies is relatively higher, and only a Netflix subscriber can reach this content. Netflix also has broad age range and country range of the customers. In the left graph, you can see like the customer range from 17 to 65, and like in the right graph, you can see like the top 10 countries ranked by Netflix user penetration is pretty high. The lowest one is like 33%. The highest one, which is the United States, which is around 65%. The ultimate goal of our study is to improve the app performance by analyzing user ratings. User rating and reviews provide an avenue for users to express their opinions about an app either by classifying it from 1 to 5 stars. They also post reviews concerning whether they like it or not and requesting for additional features. Ratings play a vital role in e-commerce world and marketplaces because they act as social evidence that the app is worth downloading or buying. New users are attracted to apps that have 5-star ratings. Hence, they are associated with better conversion rates and internet traffic to a website or downloading an app. So in this study, our group is going to collect and analyze the data of numerous different applications to build a model and other variables between user ratings and other variables, including the prices of apps, language provided in the apps, and etc.
The data file was downloaded from Kaggle, which includes multiple Apple iOS mobile applications and their rating details. And this dataset includes several variables which would affect the rating. The data collection date is July 2017, and the dataset provided in CSV format. We had selected 534 out of 10,000 data, and we only target on entertainment genre. As a result of cleaning the missing and error data, this research will only be taking user rating as target variable and other independent variables. Also, in order to get a specific result from entertainment market, this research will only target on entertainment data apart from the original data. The purpose of this research is to identify the important factor which will affect the rating for Netflix mobile application. In this part, we'll be explained about what the variables are stand for and how different factors affect Netflix ranking in the mobile. For example, ID, track name, size bias. These 3 factors are aimed to identify the primary of the basic information of the user and application formats that related to the rating of the apps. Price stand for the price amount, and in this data, price is in US currency. Price is actually an important factor for users to make decisions about download the app and is related to the app sales rank. User rating is the important factor for app ratings. 90% of users take into account its rating, and there have some top apps and games which having at least 4-star rating, both for current version and cumulative. Additionally, Low ratings can cause a damage to search rankings and affect the app's overall visibility. However, the high average rating will result in better search rankings, more downloads, and higher revenues. And for another example, app screenshots are aimed to attract user click into the app so that can impact the conversion rate. App review videos and screenshots can allow the app demonstrate their functionality and the interface, which can influence potential customers' decision-making behavior. Therefore, the screenshot for display can be another important factor to impact the app ratings.
In order to evaluate the correlation coefficients between a set of variables, the correlation matrix can be used to achieve the objective. In other words, as the initial step, the correlation matrix can help us to understand the most related attributes and allow us to figure out which pairs have the highest correlation. In practice process, we retrieve the data from our dataset and connect it to the correlation matrix operators, then start to execution. And the operation interface and the correlation matrix are as shown on the PowerPoint. The correlation matrix between a variable and itself is always 1. In the figure, the darkest part line is used to indicate on the PowerPoint. In addition, in the table, the highly correlated data will be represented by the dips of the color, and the closer the numbers to 1, the higher the correlation. In details, we focus on the user rating line in the correlation matrix. We can find the price, picture amount, and language number are 3 high impacting variables to the user rating. Among them, the price is inversely proportional to the user rating, which indicates the higher price of the applications results in the lower user rating relatively. Furthermore, the picture amount and the language amount have a positive relationship with the user rating. In the correlation matrix, these two figures are 0.716 and 0.636 respectively. In other words, it means the larger the number of content pictures shows in the description page in the App Store, the higher the user rating. Similarly, the more language in the application supports, the higher the rating will be, which compared to the software with less language support. To conclude, according to the correlation matrix, it helps us to indicate the highly relevant variables at the beginning and better for further analysis.
For the model comparison, a root mean square error is the value that measures the accuracy of forecasting model, as the RMSE shows the difference between the prediction value and observed value. So the RMSE is used to decide the best analytic model for this data set with the least value. As the table showed, we used 3 models: linear regression, artificial neural network, and key nearest neighborhood. Comparing between the 3 models, the linear regression model has the smallest RMSE of 0.582, which means this model provides a most accuracy prediction of this data set. Therefore, linear regression model will be used as the analytic model in this case.
The result of correlation matrix showed 3 highly impacting factors on the user rating, which refers to price, supported language number, and content picture in the App Store. The linear regression as the basic and commonly used type of predictive analysis is to model the relationship between 2 variables by fitting a linear equation to observed data. So in our case, price, supported language number, and content picture are considered as the explanatory variables, and the user rating is considered as the dependent variable. So we relate those variables by using the linear regression and put it right here. Since the highly correlated attributes are pointed out in correlation matrix, it is necessary to select those attributes. So in the select attributes node, the attribute type was changed to subset so that we can focus on the related attributes. The interface was screenshotted. In the set row node is another that we used in our process. In this node, we select the user reading as our target variables. By doing this, we can find out in the results whether and how the independent variables impact this variable. As for the target row, label refers to target variable. The interface was screenshotted, and right here, the split data node is following set row node. The ratio was set to data 0.7 and 0.3. 0.7 is for training data and 0.3 is for testing data. Due to the attribute filter type in previous select attributes node was selected as subset, the sampling type was selected as shuffled sampling.
For the performance analysis, the apply model operator and performance operator are added in the performance analysis so that we can find out how differences between the prediction value and observed value and aggregate the errors in the prediction. And there are 17% of the data split into training data to test the remaining 30% data. The prediction results of the test data are calculated based on the linear regression. As we can see, there have differences between the prediction data and observed data. In addition, the RMSE is provided by the performance analysis with the value of 0.582. Therefore, there is an error existing in the prediction results. And then we also provided the validation analysis. The cross-validation operator is used to increase the accuracy of prediction performance. And the validation model is the model validation techniques for accessing how the analytic results can generalize to an independent data set, and arms to define the validation data set to test the model in the training phases for the purpose to reduce the underfitting and overfitting. And based on the process validation analysis, the new RMSE is 0.57 compared to the former RMSE. The validation process reduced the error in the prediction of this data set, so the accuracy of the linear regression model is increased.
On the figure, the result is linear regression model of the relationship between the target variable and each independent variables. There are some values that indicate how the independent variables affect the target variable, including coefficient, p-value, and code. Firstly, the coefficient to identify the relationship between independent variables and our target variables. When the coefficient is greater than 0, which means there is a positive relationship between them. On the contrary, it is a negative correlation. However, when coefficient equal to 0, which indicates there is no linear relationship. Secondly, less p-value means the higher significance of the independent variable. In this research, when the p-value is less than 0.05, the target variable is significantly affected by the independent variable. Lastly, the star in that column indicates the level of the significance of a regression coefficient. The star represents the certainty of lower p-value always comes with more star. We will further discuss the independent variables that affect the dependent variables refers to the figure. The first one is price. According to the linear regression results, the coefficient value of price is negative 0.175. That indicates there is a negative correlation between price and user rating. A higher price usually relates a lower user rating. Furthermore, 4-star in the code column also indicates it has high impacted on the dependent variable. The second variable is number of pictures. The coefficient value of number of pictures is 0.201. Therefore, there is a positive correlation between the number of pictures in the App Store and user rating. And 4-star in the code column refers to the high impacting of independent variable on the dependent variable. third one is language support. The coefficient value of language support is 0.051. Therefore, there is a positive correlation between language support in the App Store and user rating. In addition, 4-star in the code column also indicates it has high impacted on the target variable. Lastly is our recommendation section. Based on the earlier analysis, 3 attributes can be found to have a high relation to the target variable. In detail, the attributes include price, content picture in the App Store, and supported language number, significantly impact the user rating. In terms of Netflix, our target application, remaining free download will be a good choice. In addition, providing more attractive content screenshots on the interface of the App Store is a good way to improve the first impression of its application to users. As long as the users understand the application deeply, there is a chance of downloading and giving a positive comment. Last but not least, the number of supporting languages would lead to a higher rating as well. In addition to the content itself, supporting the diversity of language also is one of the significant factors to attract users of different cultural backgrounds, and it will have a positive impact on the download amount and user rating. So this is our presentation. Thank you.